listen, Billie Jean, your book is nearly 500 pages and covers so many elements of your life, but this isn't your first autobiography. You published one in the early 1980s. Why did you decide to take another crack at telling your story? Why now?
Because this one I spent day and night on for over 4 years, and I did not help Frank DeFord with the one he did. That was, my agent pounding on us to do a book, and I kept saying, "I don't wanna do a book," and I'd just been outed is the reason we did it, 'cause he was nervous, that financially I was gonna be hurting, which I was eventually, but, no. The one I did spend some time on was in the '70s, which a lot has happened since the '70s.
Hmm.
I did one with Kim Chapin. I did spend time with him. I did not spend time with Frank, although he was one of my dearest friends. But this one is a labor of love. It's been over, I think it's close to 5 years, but I keep saying over 4 years. Had so much
Hmm.
help along the way too. But I stopped reading other books, which has about killed me because I love reading. But I have spent so much time
Hmm.
on this book, and I just it was fun sometimes. It was tough. Some memories were difficult. And then when we did the audiobook, when I did the audio part, which I was wavering whether I'd do that or not, um, it was rough. I had to stop sometimes and just I was crying and I had to stop. So my heart and soul, I gave everything I could to this book.
Well, Billie Jean, well, then let's talk about this because I've heard you say this in other interviews when doing the audiobook that you had to stop and you were crying. What were there particular memories or particular eras in your life that gave you such pause or took you back there, back in that moment?
Well, I think as a child and overall, I knew that women were second-class citizens, and I knew my sisters of colors sister of colors had it much worse. I didn't like that. Then at 12, when I had my epiphany that I would fight for equality the rest of my life, it's not fun being a second-class citizen. You know better than anybody what that feels like, and it's
Hmm.
not fun. I think everyone should be represented. I think people should fight for equity and equality for everyone. And that's always been a constant in my life. I just get so tired of it every single day. I could say something to a lot of people, and I don't because it's not worth it. You've got to really pick and choose where you're going to go with that. Um,
Hmm.
but I think being outed, not being able to come out on my own terms, was terrible. It's in the book, and also going through my eating disorder. I try to decide how much of that am I going to talk about. Am I going to talk about it at all? And I thought I have to. I mean, that was a big part of my life as well, and I think it probably helped me more than anything. And I have met so many people with eating disorders. I meet people with mental health challenges, which is very big in the news right now with Naomi
Hmm.
Osaka and Biles and everyone. So um, I just thought, it was really hard to relive those moments sometimes, but I also thought it wasn't gonna be a very good book if I didn't put it in. It wouldn't be, enough, it wouldn't be truthful, and it wouldn't I think when you do these things, it might be I don't know if it was cathartic either. I would keep asking myself, "Was it cathartic?" I'm not sure. But the point is, I always like to share, and I like to not always, but most of the time share,
Hmm.
and try to get people to think about themselves and how they can live the life they want, but also how we can help others and how to lead. I think it's really important that everyone is an influencer, and I don't think they realize it. In everyday life, it matters. One-on-one matters. Um, Talking to people, listening, actively listening, not just
Hmm.
listening, actively listening to people. And it's so important to having a better life and to improve people's lives. We don't
Well,
live in a binary world anymore either. So it's becoming more complex in some ways.